Hello everyone, this is Evan here from the Trade Risk on Wednesday, July 1st. We are intraday right now, and this is our weekly swing trade ideas video where we bring you some of the names on our watch list, stocks that are holding up well, showing some relative strength, and ideally are not yet too extended in their move. As always, these videos are powered by our partners over at Investors Business Daily. We curate ideas from their stock lists. You can get access to their stock list with a link in the description of this video. So we're looking at 4 names today. We've got 2 from IBD's watch list. We have 2 from our TR150 watch list, and we're going to jump right into it here today with VRTX. This comes from IBD's watch list. I think this might make the cut on ours as well, but regardless, this is from their watch list. If we zoom out, just first and foremost, you can see very strong uptrend that's been intact here, basically going back to its IPO. If we zoom in a little bit further, you can see the stock is trading just under its all-time highs. It's basing out nicely here. It recovered pretty sharply from that first quarter sell-off in the market and has since been making new highs really since late April. And if we zoom in a little bit further here, you can see again, we're not really too extended in this move whatsoever. It's been taking its time. It's been kind of basing out, moving sideways, and then breaking out. It's been a little bit slow and a little bit messy in here, but generally speaking, you've got a nice level to pay attention to on the downside here around 262. This was the latest sell-off where buyers sort of showed up in mid-June, early June. We rallied from that point, kind of broke out and tested highs, and we're pulling back right now. So essentially, kind of going forward here, what I'd be looking for is essentially a resolve out of this consolidation, this little pullback channel that's taking place right now. A higher low gets put in, a breakout occurs, and then the stock resumes its uptrend to the upside at all-time highs. That's, of course, the ideal scenario, not saying it has to happen, saying that that is the preferred scenario for a long sort of momentum breakout type of play. So VRTX, that's the first name on today's video. The number 2 here is Team. This is definitely something on my watch list. This is also on IBD's watch list. I posted this chart on social yesterday, but really just a pattern that I like for multiple reasons. It's got a nice sort of, again, a clear sort of consolidation that's been taking place here over the past well, I guess this goes back to mid-May, so almost 2 months that it's been going on here. So you can see we've got resistance up around 190 or so. That's where the stock's been topping out. And on the downside here, this 168, buyers repeatedly been showing up at the bottom end of this range. So again, I like it, usually at the bottom end of the range, or if you want to play that momentum on the breakout, that works as well. If we zoom out here again, you can see just a nice strong uptrend that's been in place. Tech play as well. So again, good sector in its back, nice long-term uptrend, growing strongly. So all around kind of checking the boxes. And really what this is doing here is consolidating, in my opinion anyway, this breakout that occurred, this large breakout that occurred in early May. So you had this kind of 4 or 5, well, I guess more like 6 or 7 day sprint here of a 25% move right at the beginning of May. Covered a lot of ground in very short order as it broke to new all-time highs. It's since been effectively consolidating sideways through time rather than a steep correction through price. So again, Team, like it, maybe not ready just yet in the middle of this range. Give it some time, but something again to pay attention to on your watch list for a future event action item. Number 3 is XLRN. This comes from our watch list, the TR150, and this is a biotech play. Again, we've got this nice broad and long consolidation that has taken place here. If we zoom out, you can see again the stock is trading just under its all-time highs. Nice long-term uptrend up and to the right. We had this big gap up in February, or really, I guess, the end of January in this stock. It gapped up about let's see, 50% on the day, and then it proceeded to add on some gains there when the market melted down in the first quarter here. The best XLRN did was kind of get back and almost retest this gap a little bit, and it held. Then you can see we've proceeded to sort of pick back up to new highs, and then we're basing just under those highs. So got a nice little open gap here to the upside, signifying we've got that long-term urgency. Trend is at our back. Consolidations in place here. This is a particular name that we're watching here, XLRN. Like it, not necessarily ready just yet. And of course, it has the potential to roll over. Again, we always present these ideas, mostly as just watch list candidates. And, if this does in fact roll over and breaks the bottom end of this range and starts coming back down here, then there's no trigger, and, there's going to be a lot less interesting if longer term trends start breaking down. So that's XLRN. And number 2 from our watch list here is CTXS. This is, again, back in the tech space. This is Citrix. And essentially, again, if we zoom back here, you can see this nice kind of repeatable pattern of what we're looking for. We've got these nice long-term winners, nice long-term uptrend up and to the right. We're trading just under these all-time highs. We've got a nice base in place here, so it's not overextended. We've got the trends and technicals at our back. Once again, this is working itself back to the upper end of this range. Not quite there yet, but something, again, to pay attention to. Momentum breakout through highs, closing at all-time highs, continues this long-term trend to the upside. And then, of course, back at the lower end of the range around the mid-130s is where buyers have been showing up. So either one of those two action spots are where I'd be paying attention to CTXS. So that is it. Those are the trade ideas for this week. If you like the source of these names, of course, you can check out the links in the description here for IBD's watch list and our watch list for more names just like this. So that's it for me. Thanks as always for tuning in. Every Wednesday we do short little trade idea videos just like you've seen here. You can subscribe on our YouTube channel or follow us at The Trade Risk. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you back here on Friday for the stock market recap video.